Welcome. My name is Preston Grisham. I'm joined today by Lamar Whitman to talk about the pending TPA legislation in Congress. Lamar, how are you?
Great. Thanks a lot, Preston.
Oh, thanks, Lamar. So what is TPA?
TPA stands for Trade Promotion Authority. It's also referred to as fast-track legislation. And what this does, it provides a framework by which the administration can submit trade agreements to Congress for an up or down vote.
Okay. So why did Congress create TPA in the first place?
Well, it's up to the administration to negotiate various treaties with other countries or groups of countries. And when it comes to trade negotiations, other countries, when they're negotiating with the administration, they want to know that the negotiations or the finalization of the agreement that they made will be put to Congress for an up or down vote. And Congress won't come back and amend and re-amend and then have to flip that back to the countries for their ratification. So it's simply a way of getting trade negotiated agreements through Congress with the least amount of fuss as possible, or allowing Congress to deny or to reject the trade agreements.
Okay. So why is TPA also called fast track?
Fast track, as opposed to being bogged down in Congress with amendments and negotiations on amendments by various parties, the agreement is negotiated by the administration, goes to Congress, they vote up or down. So it's faster than having a piece of legislation going through that might be amended, etc.
Okay, I see. So why is TPA still important to us today?
It's more important today than ever, because as we enter into broader negotiations, such as lying out there is the Trans-Pacific Partnership negotiations, which is going on between the United States and 12 Pacific Rim countries to reduce, eliminate terrorist barriers to trade between the countries. It's important that those countries have some knowledge, or have the knowledge, that when they have negotiated an agreement with the administration has the ability to flip it to Congress for an up or down vote without changes.
Okay. Lamar, why are these trade agreements important to technology companies?
Well, tech is a big importer-exporter, so anytime we can reduce the barriers for technology to import or export various countries, it's good. Like, for example, in 2014, we had approximately $200 billion in exports and about $366 billion in imports. So the dollar amount to technology is substantial. Removing some of these barriers would create even more trading opportunities for technology.
Okay. So what the current legislation that's pending, what's the progress of it? What's the holdup? It was bipartisan legislation that came out?
The current legislation has been introduced in both the Senate and the House. Okay. And in the Senate, the legislation has cleared the Senate Finance Committee with a bipartisan vote. And in the House, the legislation has cleared the Ways and Means Committee with a bipartisan vote. So we have bipartisan legislation in both houses. The idea is that in the very near future, this legislation will be brought up to the floor for a vote. And that's the critical point.
Okay. So what can people do, our members, other people watching, do to help encourage their members to vote and support, and why they should support this legislation?
Oh, clearly, direct contact with a company or an individual's representative or senator is most important. The representatives, the senators, they count contacts that they receive from their constituency, not just from the whole nation as a whole, but from their own constituency. So it's very important that individuals' company contact their members directly.
All right, great. Well, we will provide information, I think. You've got information on our website for
Correct.
folks, and we are emailing out other information to our members. So they'll know how to get in touch with their members of Congress, their senators, and let them know about how important it is to pass this pending legislation.
Correct, and if there's any questions, we're always welcome to discuss this with members or anyone interested in TPA.
Sounds great, Lamar. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.